Schlapp, former White House political director to President George W. Bush, and Emily Sussman, campaign director at the Center for American Progress Action Fund. Wow, what a great way to start, huh, guys? Whole new administration. It's a swamp cabinet, Matt. Is that rhetoric or not?
Well, I just love it. Charles Schumer saying that the cabinet represents bankers and billionaires, and maybe he doesn't think that we look at the little parentheses after his name when it says Democrat from New York. He represents Wall Street. He takes more contributions from billionaires and bankers than any other senator in the Senate. And it's the hypocrisy bill coming from the Senate. If you look at these hearings, just the way they are treating some of these nominees like Betsy DeVos, the fact that they're trying to get us into some kind of class warfare in this country. I think the election showed the American people actually don't care about how much money you have. They care about the fact, can you help us with our and get this economy moving again? And that's why Donald Trump's president.
In that sense, they're looking for results. Emily, perhaps it's not a swamp cabinet. Perhaps they're just successful people who have done a lot with their lives. Would you grant them that?
Perhaps, although it does look like they are pretty swampy. Like, it's not just rhetoric, and it's not just categorically speaking. They themselves are actually pretty swampy. And by swampy, I mean they are involved in things like pay for play. Look, Matt is right in the fact that people don't necessarily care about their own personal wealth, but they care about what they can do for the American people. Look, a lot of people supported Trump because they believed that although he didn't have experience himself, he would surround himself with those that did have experience. And from everything it looks like, that is not the case. They have fallen short on all of their disclosures. And that's been coming out in a lot of the hearings. The Republicans in Congress rushed through these hearings and scheduled them very quickly. So actually, even though the disclosures aren't full, they're going into the hearing anyway. So it's hard to say what is going to come out if they don't have all of the information.
There's a strategy on behalf of every incoming administration. I think we can all agree to that. However, tomorrow at least 3, we believe, will be confirmed. Matt, she just made a heavy charge.
Yes.
Pay for play?
Yeah, I don't see any of that here. I do think that, look, this is part of the Democratic playbook to try to hobble this administration before it even gets started. On this question of their paperwork, it's the Obama-appointed head of the Office of Government Ethics, who was a Hillary Clinton contributor, who is hazing and making some of these nominees have to go through extra steps. It is he alone who is deciding who has, quote-unquote, completed their paperwork. And there are plenty of people with very complicated paperwork in the Obama administration who got through very quickly. So I think this is just more politics. It's more of what the American people are tired of. Give the Trump administration a chance to put their agenda in place. 2/3 of American people believe this country's on the wrong track, and let's start working together to solve our problems. Playing politics on these hearings is not going to help the Democrats.
Emily, would you concede that a part of the result from November was the American voter saying, system's got to change, get something done, we want results and not just activity?
They do, but I also think a very strong message of the November election was that people want to be heard, and they want people representing them that they feel like understand their problems, understand the challenges they're facing. To have an education secretary whose family has donated to causes and to the actual senators who are running the hearing, the actual senators that she is before, that is what I mean by pay for play, right? That they're actually
that's the pool Washington swims in.
It is, to have.
Wait a minute, she's a Republican who was given money to Republicans.